Hi there, I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel and welcome to another Talk Tuesday video. Today I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Maybe it's not a secret. If you've been anywhere around my son, it's most definitely not a secret. He has quite a few metabolic conditions, genetic issues, some diagnosed, some not diagnosed. But long story short, the boy can emit an odor, sometimes more than other. He goes through these things, we call them flares. We don't know the reason. In fact, the only way we could figure that out, the biochemical geneticist suggested that we admit him to the hospital. This was years ago. Admit him to the hospital and then knowingly subject him to things to find out what triggered the flares. And I'm thinking, okay, well, would that lead to a cure? Could you fix it? And he said, probably not. It would be for knowledge. I'm like, okay, well, what would you recommend? And he said, well, probably what you're already doing now. And I'm like, okay, then no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to manage it. So over the years, we have determined that there are certain things that if Mark is exposed to, it triggers the flare and the odor. The flare being he kind of goes blank. He doesn't function. It's like a brain fog, muscle pain, severe headache, and this odor. Some of the things that trigger him, any kind of meat, black beans, eggs, soy products are big, yada, yada, yada. But this odor. Okay, now couple that with a superpower I have. My husband calls it a superpower. It is not a superpower. It is absolutely a curse, in my opinion. I have an extraordinary sense of smell. It's insane. And it's so bad, I even went to my doctor and asked if there was some way they could help me deaden my sense of smell so that I could live more amicably with Mark's odor. And the doctor said that there was no way she was going to harm me in order to help me deal with something that was not, I don't want to say not normal, but yeah, not normal. And so it's been rough. There have been moments where I dry heave. There's been moments where I vomit because it's just the stench is so overwhelming. I'm sure it hurts Mark's feelings, and I sure as heck don't enjoy it. So I came up, well, okay, let me back up a little bit. One of the ways I deal with stress is essential oils. I don't do anything fancy. I don't have a diffuser. Sometimes I put drops on an index card and slip it in my book or in my bag. But another way I've used essential oils is in my shower, and I'm going to put a picture up on the screen. I use a stainless steel tea diffuser. I've done a video on this, but real quick, I'm going to tell you. Stainless steel tea diffuser, I fill it up with Epsom salts. Links to everything down in the description below. I use SaltWorks fine grain Epsom salt, link to that. But I also saw that Amazon Basics now has an Epsom salt. I haven't tried it, but it's dirt cheap. It's like $3.50 a bag, so I'll leave a link to that as well. But I fill up the tea diffuser with essential oil all the way, or excuse me, no. I fill up the tea diffuser with Epsom salts all the way to the top. I just scrape off the top to have a clean surface. And then I drop a bunch of essential oils from droppers into that. And then put the lid on. And then I hang it on a command hook in my shower. That way, sometimes when I first do it, it makes the whole bathroom smell just glorious. But when I'm showering, I'll take the little stainless steel tea diffuser off, just run it through the hot water a few times, and then I hang it back up, and then during my shower, it smells like essential oils. So it really does a lot for my mood. Essential oils can be expensive, but I'm publishing this video now because I'm hoping that you can get a great deal if you're a Prime member. Amazon Big Deal Days, I believe, are the 8th and 9th. But all of these brands that I'm sharing today are relatively inexpensive as far as essential oils go. But y'all know I like sweet orange. That's one of my favorites. But I also like lavender. Sweet orange makes me happy. If I'm in a bad mood, I can just breathe that in and it makes me feel better. But a couple of my other ones is lavender. That's in my shower right now. And you see, this is a huge bottle, 4 ounces. And this was $10. This I've had for at least a year and a half, and it's not even halfway gone yet. Another one I love is Spearmint. I use this to lift my mood too. Sweet orange, citrus, I like lemon, spearmint. These are mood lifters for me. And if if I'm having an issue with Mark, I was finding that like in the car when we're in close quarters, I would grab my chapstick and I would take the lid off. And I would just do this. It's not chapstick, by the way. It's Dr. Bronner's. But it's peppermint. And it's a strong smell. And it would help me. And sometimes I'd rub it underneath my nose in order to make me be able to handle the smell, especially when I'm driving. Oh, anyway. So I was thinking, as Mark's getting older, it's getting worse. Not unexpected, but not fun to deal with. And so I thought, okay, how can I manage this better? Not his fault. Not his fault. Not my fault. And I am being adversely affected by this. And so I had to come up with a way to deal with it. And I thought, oh, you know what? I've got an idea. And I'm sharing it here because not only has it been great for that particular challenge, but it's been perfect for my new writing practice. And I thought, anybody who deals with anxiety or stress or just wants a quick lift, pick me up, this is a go-to idea for you. And it's cheap and it's easy. So I got myself a little Altoids container. Any kind of little metal container will work. But this is the mini, not the big one. I don't eat Altoids. Don't like them. But no shame if you do. But the tin was perfect. And here's why. I ordered a set of 36 tiny little cobalt blue glass containers. And they have screw-on tops. And it was $10. It was like $9.99 for 36 of these tiny little bottles. And I loved them because, one, they're cute. Two, they're little. Three, they're my favorite color, blue. They're not my favorite shade, but I like blue over amber. And essential oils, you want to keep them in a dark color glass container. And I didn't want to go with amber, the traditional color. So I found these. But what I did is I took my oils and filled these tiny little bottles with the little eyedroppers. The set of glass jars came with 2 glass eyedroppers, but I didn't use them. If you invest in these big bottles, which are about anywhere from, you can get these on sale all the time from like $6 to $8, but I think normal price they're only $10. And again, last forever. So I filled up my little bottle, and then they come with, I'm going to open these up. They come with a little stopper that you put on top. I don't even use it. What is this? Citrus. Anyway, you put the little stopper on, then put the little lid on, and there you go. But I didn't want to have a bunch of these rolling around in my purse or rolling around in my little planner bag. So what I did is, like I said, I got the little Altoids container. And look at this. It fits exactly 3 little bottles. Now you might be wondering, wait, how do you know which is which? They're not labeled. Now, any one of these are going to be a hit with me, but I did want to know what was in each bottle. So what I did is I used my handy dandy Sharpie metallic silver, marker, and then I just labeled on the top. So I've got an S for spearmint, a C for citrus, and an L for lavender. And it has just been, this is going to be a super duper short video, guys, but I've got to tell you, this has improved my life unbelievably so for the amount of money and time I spent on this. I think, let's see, the bottles were $10 and this was $2. So I think for $12, I have an endless supply, and I've still got a crap ton of those little glass bottles. But, boy, that would even make a neat gift to give somebody for Christmas. I just thought about that. But yeah, it's a great way if you are a writer, for example, and which I have a set of this in my little planner pouch with my pens and pencils, and you just want to kind of like wipe away all the thoughts from your mind. You can open up that little bottle and just breathe deep a couple times and, really wash away the worries and the thoughts of the day. Or if you're finding yourself in a stressful situation, you're waiting at a doctor's office or whatever. It might be like my doctor's office and my dentist's office, a no-scent office. You don't put it on yourself. You just open it up and smell a little bit. Or before you go in, you're in the car, just breathe deep. And I also find that this helps me remember to take deep breaths, which is also good for blood pressure and lowering your cortisol levels. And it's just a good practice, right? It gives your body something else you need, oxygen. So, yeah, can't recommend this highly enough. Again, I'm going to leave all the links to all the stuff, including the things I use in my shower, too, because while I don't believe that essential oils have any special powers, though a lot of people do, they believe that they have a lot of beneficial physical benefits on our bodies, and I don't know if they do or not. I'm just saying I find them to be an incredibly powerful tool to help me relax and clear my mind, and it helps me manage Mark's, I guess you'd call it a mal order. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So there's been a lot less dry heaving, a lot less vomiting on my part because it is incredibly overwhelming. So I'm kind of proud of myself for coming up with such a creative and effective hack. And I hope that this little idea helps improve your life too. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, have a wonderful week to come. Bye-bye.